Update 36.0.2 just released today, and as usual in this video I'm gonna go through all the new changes. And with this patch we had one class change, and the class change is for the Warden class, rather a fix to a class essence. The Cardolan Essence of Mastery is finally working. Whenever you critically hit, your mastery cooldowns should be reduced by 2 seconds, and this effect has a 5-second cooldown. This essence has been broken, but with this patch it's finally been fixed. Some item fixes or changes. The tokens of heroism, the tokens that drop when you play the landscape difficulty, should now keep dropping for your character even after you get defeated. A bug existed in the game, whereas if you picked your difficulty and then died, you would either have to port somewhere or relog to fix it so you could get tokens to drop. But if you have a difficulty selected and you die, you can just return back to landscape and keep getting your tokens. Just a quick note on some legendary tracery packages for Hunter. Some of the Huntsman tracery packages had the Needful Haste duration traceries in them. But of course, Blue Line does not get Needful Haste. As we can see, Needful Haste is something that is tied to Red Line. So for the following packages, the Needful Haste duration tracery will be replaced by ranged attack evade and block chance traceries. The level 75 armor of the Ghynghyn forset bonus will now work properly for the burglar. Aim will cause your next attack to be a devastating hit. We have a few translation fixes. Time for some PvMP news. The Mahogany Bay Horse that is available from the quartermasters here in Ettenmoors is now set to a 68% speed boost to get in line with other mounts. Tinctures that used to boost your audacity were causing some unwanted behavior, so tinctures now simply give plus 5% commendation gain for 1 hour. Audacity scrolls dropping from loot boxes for monster players will now correctly bind to account. Burglars will now be properly directed to the next step once they start their tutorial to get their gear. And something we already knew, but it's in the patch notes anyways, Siege has been disabled for both players and monster players. And for the Orc Defiler, the enhanced fungal spores once again will correctly apply its 15% incoming healing effect. There's some quests, missions and adventure areas notes, and one of the most notable ones, there's been implemented a fix to increase performance in delving missions and instances. So if people caught the Court of the Rings, where Severlin was a guest at the Court of the Rings, not the last one but the week before that, he talked about one of the big reasons they had for lag. And one of them were something to do with delvings. So delvings were actually causing lag for the server. And with this patch, we should have a fix and we should see increased performance, meaning that when people are running delvings, it shouldn't impact the rest of the server. So hopefully performance will be better with this lag fix. There's a fix to the mission, the Jaws of Death. Wargs will no longer continue to move out of the space, but instead stay and use their delving skills. Delving Reward Vendor and Delving Mission Givers have been added to an additional 8 skirmish camps around the world. The Delving Weekly quest Delve Deepest now refers to 3-person and 6-person instances. I believe it used to say 3 space delving instances or 6 space, but now it's correctly saying 3-person and 6-person. The mission Dangerous Deliveries now functions properly again, so there's no more bugs in this mission. The minimum level to begin the quest Rohan Awaits. The minimum level to begin the quest Rohan Awaits has been reduced from 72 to 74, so you can start that quest a bit earlier. And you can also turn in this quest even if you've finished the storyline at Langhold. Healers in the Angmar Reborn area, so these guys, the healers, and also in the Gondor Renewed questing hubs, now sell items for all different levels. So as you can see, there's tons of items for every level, depending on which one you need for your character. And the final note in this patch, the strange file found on the abandoned wagon in Upper Lebanon will again bestow a trail mark in Dagir. So finding the strange file should bestow you this quest. And that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Hey! Hey you! Yeah, you! What do you want? You enjoy my content and you want to support me? Fine, I'll show you how you can do it. I would really appreciate if you like the video and subscribe to my channel. You can also support me through my Ko-fi homepage. If you're playing or looking to play Lord of the Rings online, there is one place you need to be. The Ghyniverse is a Discord server created for the community of the players of Lord of the Rings Online. The server is getting close to 7,000 members, and in this server you'll find tons of helpful information. There's monthly giveaways, easy access to patch notes, you can keep up with my YouTube videos, my streams. If you're a streamer, you can ask for the streamer role and you can announce your streams in the other stream channel. There are discussion channels for pretty much everything, every class, monster players. But the best thing about this server is probably the Gearing Resources tab, where you can find anything from trait lines for every class, every build. There are stat goals, where you can find out what stats you should aim for on your characters. Really helpful information about drop rates from instances, as well as screenshot from all the new loot that appears in the game. If you enjoy LOTRO, you should definitely consider joining this server, and hopefully I'll see you in Middle Earth. If you were part of the Ghyniverse already, you might have noticed that another tab appeared at the top, the LFF server. This server is a brand new server that I created, the LFF Ghyniverse. In this server, you can select which servers you want to keep up with, and once you select your server, say you select Arkenstone, you will see the LFF, the kinship advertisement, looking for kinship and trade channels, and there's also voice channels if people want to use those. The LFF channel is basically a looking for fellowship channel where people can post if they need players for the runs, and this way people don't have to be logged into the game to see the chat, they can just instead get a notification on their Discord. There's also a kinship advertisement page where kins can post their kinship advertisement and have people join their kins, and you can also post in the looking for kinship chat if you're looking for a kinship, but make sure to take a look in the kinship advertisement first and look through all the kin to find a suitable kin for you. There's also a trade channel if people want to buy or sell stuff that you can use. Hopefully you'll consider joining this server to bring the community even more together, not just in the game, but also outside of the game.